Hello, I welcome you to this video. In this video, I'll be showing you how to create fence columns. And at the end of this video, you will learn how to create fence column like this. If you look at these columns, you will imagine how I created it, that they are like handrails. They are like balusters. I use balusters to create them. If I want to place a new column now, all I need to do is to select and draw. Just use line to draw it. I use line to draw it and finish it. You see, you have your columns already. It makes your work faster instead of model one and be copying and pasting. If you copy and paste, you may not be able to get the exact point, and sometimes you'll be having different kinds of errors. And without wasting your time, let's get started. I'm going to open our project. This is our project we have been working on. So I will click on the application menu, select new, then you select family, and the kind of family you are creating is baluster. Click open. If I like, I can save it. Family, can save it in our folder. I will name it as ref rb fence col, and on the option I will use one as the maximum backup. Click OK and save it. Then I am going to change the project unit, and this is where I can change the project unit. I go to manage and go to project unit, change the length to millimeters. Click OK, click OK again, and here you go. You are familiar with families already, I believe. So you go to view, go to plan, ref level, and I cannot see it. If you cannot see it like this, you have zoom and you can't see it. What you do is right click and use zoom to fit. Okay, now I can see it now. And you will start modeling now. You can select create and select extrusion, then select rectangle and you draw. Can fix your dimension, depends on the thickness of your column. The scale is too much, so I'm going to reduce the scale so that this dimension will not jam pack. I'm going to reduce the scale to something like 2. Okay, 2 is not bad. Okay, and I am going to set this one to 225 so that the thickness will be 45 centimeter, that is 450 mm. Set it to 225, and this one also should be 225 as well. and select this, take it to 225, click OK, and select this 225 and click OK, and I'm going to lock all these dimensions so that they will always be fixed. They will be fixed to these reference planes. Okay, and I'm going to change the material. I can duplicate this one and name it as fence column body. Fence column body. Okay, click apply, and the height, the extrusion end is the same as height in this case. I'm going to make it to something like 2100 and click apply. Then you finish it and see what we have done. This is it here. Okay, it's just a box. It's just a box. Now let's go to the top. We'll go to the top and create some design on it. And I want to create using sweep, and I will select sketch part, select this rectangle, and if I like, I don't need to lock it, but let me see if I can lock it. Okay, I'll finish it. Then edit profile. Any of this elevation will work, whether left or right. And here I can do something that I like. If I go out by 120, 120 will be okay, and I go up by 150, and I go this way by 75, and go up by 100, and I decide to close it and close this one up like that. And I want to make this one curve. Depends on the design you want to create. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. You know, you are a designer, you know the kind of design you want to create. Let's say I want to have a small dent here, and I open this one up and like that, and remove this one. Okay, and I'll give it a name as coping, because the material I'll be using for this will be coping, be the same as coping, and click OK and finish it. Here it is. Okay, so I can mirror this and work on this a little bit. And work on this, edit profile. If I like, I can make this one something else. You are at liberty to do whatever you want to do. Let's say I want to remove this. I can remove this here and take this one down a little bit, take this up and have another one here and push this one up a little bit and have another one here. Then I connect it with arc and finish it and that is that. Then at the top, let's look at it in 3D. You can see it here, and I don't want the top to be flat, so that this is a fence design. If the top is flat, there is a probability that water will be settling on the top and it will make it to deteriorate. So I am going to make a sort of dome at the top, so that the middle of the fence column will not be of the same level with the side. And the tool I'm going to use to create that is, I'm going to go to side elevation, go to any of the elevation. I will use create. I'm going to use swept blend. I'll use swept blend and sketch path and pick plane. Okay, it's not allowing me to pick the plane. Okay, let me pick this plane. Let me pick this plane. Okay, so I can sketch at the center here, go up. Okay, yes, okay, and I'll finish the part. Then the profile, you can see we have two profiles here. We have profile 1 and profile 2. So I'll select profile 1 first and click edit, go to top, the floor plan, and click open. And okay, let's say I'll start from here and like that. I'll finish that part. Then I'll go to profile 2, edit. Then I will simply select a small rectangle. I'm going to do a small rectangle at the middle, somewhere here, so that it will blend the two of them together, and we have a kind of cone there, or pyramid. We have a sort of pyramid. Okay, so I'm going to for the material, we still use coping, so that they will be of the same material with the coping, and finish it. Let's finish it and see what we have. Okay, you can see that the cone or pyramid is too sharp, so I want to reduce it. Edit, swept blend, and sketch part, and this is the part. I go to elevation and push it down a little bit so that it will not be too sharp. Let's say if I have it at 50, it's not bad. 50 mm, it's not bad. And finish it. This is better. This is better. And now I can even have I can move it down now so that it will sit on this particular one and look at it in 3D. Correct. So that is that. And if you want to have another design in the middle, let's say you want to have another design like I had in the middle, you can still edit one of these and go to the left, okay, and edit profile. You can have another profile somewhere here while it is still in editing mode, and have another design somewhere here. You can have another design, something simple. Something that are very simple and have it like that. Then connect them together, and I can remove this. I can have something like this and trim it and finish it. Okay, it's not connected. Okay, it's not looped together, and finish it. Let's see. Okay, they will have the same material as the other one. Okay, so that is that. And if you look at it in color, let's look at it in shaded form. Here you go. You can see your first column. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is, let's save it first. I've saved it, and I'm going to load it into project. Select our project, click OK. Now it is loaded into this project. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to the level 1 and select railing. I'll select railing. You go to architecture tab, then select railing, sketch part, and simply draw. I don't always like my fence to cover my front, so most of the time I do my fence just on the back and one side, except if I'm looking at it from the bird eye view. Otherwise I do it one side and the back, so that you only see the fence at the background. It will allow you to see the front of the building proper. Okay, now I am going to rename it, edit type, duplicate it, and name it as fence column. So these are fence columns. They are not just railings, they are columns. And click OK. Then I am going to go to the structure. Instead of glass panel fixings, I'm going to select that first column we have just loaded into this project. You can see it here. That is the one we have just created. So I'm going to select it, and the distance from the previous one, take it to something like 3600, and that is that, and click OK. Then on the rail structure, we only need one. Let's say this one can be 1800, and the material, it doesn't matter here. This one can be 0. Let's delete this so that we have only one, and click apply, click OK, click OK again, and finish it. Let's look at it. Okay, you can see it is at regular interval. Okay, but this one is actually showing, so we don't want this to show at the top. So what we do is we still edit it further. Let's edit it. Railing, let's take this one to 900 and see 900 mm, and click apply, click OK, click OK again. This one work now. So this is it, and you can see this one is shooting out. I don't want it to shoot out. On the baluster placement, the start, select that one we have just created, the same thing, and the end post, select the one we have just created, and the top offset, you can select 900 mm. All this should be 900 mm, 900 mm, top offset 900 mm, and click OK, click OK again. Now you can see what actually brought this one is that this is an end post, so that anywhere you have, this one will end it. Okay, then there is one more thing I want to do. I don't want this one to be too obvious. This thing that is connecting them, I don't want it to be too obvious. So what I will do is I'm going to create another family. I'll select new family. Then I'm going to select, I will create a profile. I'll create a profile. Okay, profile rail. Yeah, profile rail, that is the one we'll create, and click open. Something needs to be there, but it shouldn't be too visible. And I'm going to change the project unit to millimeter, so that it should be easy for me. And I'm going to create just it's very small, very tiny profile, so that rectangle. Okay, and let's assume we have 10 mm by 10 mm. It's a very small railing. Oh no, I'm going to move it to the center of this reference plane. Move that to here and move this to here, and let's save it as fence rail profile. And the option just one, and click OK, click save, and load it into our project. Select the same project and click OK, and we are going to edit this. And on the railing, we are going to select the profile. Here you select that one we have just created now. That one we have just, you can see it here, fence rail profile. Okay, select this and click apply, click OK, click OK again. You can see now that it's very tiny, it's not as obvious as before. And if you are still not satisfied with it, you want to reduce it further, you can still go to that profile, fence railing profile, and reduce it further to something like 5, and 5 as well, and move it to the center. Move it to the center. Here we go, and load it into the project. And can see there. Okay, then if you want to create your fence now, all you need to do is to go to the floor plan and select wall, duplicate your wall and rename it as fence wall. Click OK, edit, change the material to fence wall, and make the color something different. Okay, and click OK, click OK again, and click OK, click OK, and simply follow this. Simply follow the outline of your fence railing you had before, and can select it. Let the offset, the top offset, set it to unconnected, and should be something like 1800. Depends on what you want to create. It's too much. Let's set it to 1500. 1500. And click OK. Alright, so that is our fence. That is our fence, and you can create your coping here. You already know how to create your coping. All you need to do is to use sweep You use model in place. You can go to level 1 and you can use the shortcut and select casework. Click OK. I'm not going to name it. Select sweep. You can use sweep. You can also use extrusion. I select sketch path and I can start from here. I'll go like that and let's finish it. I'll go to profile, edit profile, go to approach, and this is where we have it. So I'm going to sketch the profile here. If I like, I can move it down a little bit, and I want to know the offset. 75 is not bad. I want to make this one also to be 75 as well, and name it as coping or fence coping if you want it to have a different material from other copings. But at this point, let me just leave it simple so that all the copings will have the same material, and I will finish it and you can see it here. Okay, you can see it here. Then we cannot leave it just empty like this. We want to have a small railing on top. So I'm going to go to the level 1 still and select architecture and select railing by sketch, and I'm going to select another type of railing. Let's say I select this one. Let's see how it's going to look like, and draw where you have your fence. And let's connect it together and finish it and see what we have there. Okay, it's not up. I need it to be up. And the base offset, let's take it to 1500 so that it will go up. Okay, and I will duplicate it so that as we are changing the parameters, it will not affect other ones. Fence rails. Click OK. Let's work on the baluster placement. The top offset should be something like 250, and all these ones should also be 250 because all these are balusters. 250, 250, and click OK. Click OK. All right, Then I'm going to reduce the height. I simply go and edit. Okay, the height should be something like 300, or let's use 450, and click apply, click OK, and it's still high. Let's try 300 and see, and click OK. All right, this is not bad, this is okay. So that's the fence railing, and I believe with this, let's match property here, MA as match property, so that this one will also go up. Okay, so you have your fence now. You have your fence. It's a question of doing your landscaping and you are good to go. All right, I hope you benefit something from this video. If you do, don't forget to give me a video testimonial. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye.